Hey everybody, it's Christy Birchville. Today we are on our third day going through the book of Habakkuk as we're studying really that underlying question that plagues so many of us. Why, God? Why do you allow these things? We're seeing that dialogue back and forth between Habakkuk and God. And the first couple of days we had Habakkuk asking a question, God answering. Today we're going to look at another question that Habakkuk raises to God. So if you read through chapter 1, we're going to kind of focus on verses 12 and 13. But verse 13 says, and it's Habakkuk talking to God here, and he says, Your eyes are too pure to look on evil. You cannot tolerate wrongdoing. Why then do you tolerate the treacherous? Why are you silent while the wicked swallow up those more righteous than themselves? Again, that great question, why? Why do bad things happen to good people? Why do good things happen to bad people? Why is it that you, God, are so holy and you allow and tolerate all this stuff that's not? It's a great question. And it strikes at the heart of what so many of us deal with when we look at our world today and we see all of the terrible things that people do and all the horrible ways that people treat each other. And knowing that God is the holy, righteous God that He is, it makes no sense. Why does God allow the kinds of things that He allows? I think there's a little bit of comfort knowing that Habakkuk is asking the same question that we ask. God is still the same God. There's still a lot of the same things that go on that are still here. So why hasn't God addressed them? Why hasn't God just completely wiped it all out and said, okay, everybody's going to be, because He's chosen not to. We have to understand that God is holy, just like Habakkuk says. We are not, just like Habakkuk says. And God is patient toward us, allowing us the opportunity to come to Him. We don't understand why God allows the things that He does. And there'll be plenty of times that I have said the same questions to God that Habakkuk is asking now, because I see what goes on in the world and I see how people act and react, and it doesn't make sense to me that they're allowed to keep doing that. But God understands and He has everything under control. As we read through Habakkuk, we get a sense of just the constancy of God. He's not changing. He's not prone to reactive results. He's going to be planful and thoughtful, and we can trust Him to do those things and to be that way. Yes, we can keep asking the questions. And yes, we need to understand that sometimes we aren't going to understand the answers. Habakkuk certainly didn't. But that doesn't change who God is. And that doesn't change what God can do and what God plans to do in our lives today. Now, if you want to catch up on any of the previous couple of sessions, make sure you click on the link below and then subscribe so that you can catch these every morning. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks.